Hello, fight fans. Michael Hernandez of MLH Media, and I'm here today with Mark PrimeTime Felix, the very touted Valley prospect coming out of the Lindsay area. He's fought for 559 fights, fought for the Tachi Palace prospects, and now he's looking to, have a camo state title added to your collection. So, how are you doing today, Mark?
Yo, what's up, Mike? I'm doing good, bro. I'm doing really good, man. I'm ready to step back in the cage, show you guys a good little finish or a good knockout.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
All
man.
all six of your wins have came by knockout in the cage. And last time out, you were coming out, and it just seemed like you were a little bit, it seemed the power maybe wasn't as much there. I know you were moving
Yeah.
up to you're going up in a weight class, I believe,
Hmm.
or you're gonna be going down this time.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
apologies, but just go take us through that because I know we were talking a little bit about how you were kind of dealing with some illnesses and some injuries going into that fight, but I could definitely tell during the fight you did seem a little bit off from your usual
Yeah.
self, your usual, you like to go for the finish, like to go for the
Hmm.
kill, but it seemed a lot of those times during the fight it was kind of troubling you. Did you want to take us through that?
Yeah, like I don't like saying anything because man, that beats me. He beats me. You know what I mean? I don't like saying like, oh, it's because of this, because of that. You know what I mean? My girlfriend tries to tell me that and say like, oh, it's because of that. You weren't. I was like, it doesn't matter. I fought like that before. You know what I mean? But yeah, my two fight camps, dude, when I defended my 559 fights belt, I had COVID too. I got
Oh,
COVID,
damn.
man. I felt it when I fought Jason Bryson. I was like, man, I was like, even their corner said, I was like, man, you're fast, but we're expecting you to be faster. I was like, yeah, I was like, man, I hadn't even ran more than 3 miles that whole camp. Like I was doing 3 miles, 3 miles. Like, man, usually I'm running like 8 miles, you know what I mean? 8 mile laps and stuff, or miles, you know what I mean? When I was fighting Jason, I dropped him and I let him back up. Even during then, I was like, damn, I was like, I need to finish this dude. I was like, shit, I'm getting tired over here. I was like, I don't usually get tired. When I moved up again and I was gonna fight Trey, a lot of people don't know that he was actually a welterweight coming down to lightweight.
Oh, damn.
So he was bigger. You know what I mean? And I'm a 45er going up to 155. I believe that was my new healthy little weight class, but I felt the strength off of him whenever I was grappling with him. His arm length was really long. Like usually I could defend and pull people up and pick them up and they can't take me down. I have really good takedown defense, like really good takedown defense. I was holding him up with my wizard holding him up, and his arms were hitting me, bing, bing, bing. Not to mention that I came off COVID just for that fight too, and I couldn't work any wall because I had a fractured rib.
Oh, damn.
So I couldn't really do anything. And then right out the gate, he shot. When he shot, he freaking boonk. He pressed on my hurt rib. Like he pressed, like it was weird. He went directly on it. He even made me cough. When he took me down, you could see during the fight, I went like this, and I went like that, and I coughed because he hit that part where I was hurt. And to get back up, just having someone grinding on that rib the whole time, and not being able to get the right amount of grappling because he was like pretty high. I think Division 2, training at a Division 1 wrestling school, and he was a welterweight. So my eyes, I was all right. I mean, I know I lost already, but during that fight. But the thing is, I lost because it was just due conditioning. You know what I mean? Whenever he was throwing punches at me, I was letting him know. I was like, bro, I was like, you have all these fights. I was like, you're throwing punches like that. I was like, you're gonna be throwing punches at me like that. I was like, do you box? The fool said, do you wrestle? And he shoots a takedown on me. I'm like, bro. I took
Yeah.
time off. I got injured again. Then I was ready to come back. Then I got injured again. And I'm sure Jeremy was freaking like, oh, pulling his hair out. But man, dude, these days I feel very injury prone. I think it's just because of the age that I'm getting to. I'm pushing training really hard. I need to start winding it down and start training smarter, you know? Yeah, man, this next one, I'm freaking, I can't wait, man. I'm back in my actual weight class. I'm gonna be lean and shape, looking mean. Not all, I'm honestly at 155, I feel like skinny fat. Be honest, bro.
Yeah,
Be
I was gonna
honest.
say when you were at 155, you definitely when you were saying that he was a welterweight, it makes a lot more sense because
Yeah,
going into that fight, you did look like you were a lean, really lean lightweight. You know what I'm saying? It
yeah, little.
looked like somebody that kind of was barely creeping in at maybe the 140, 154.5,
Yeah,
155s. But
yeah,
that's interesting that you were saying during the fight because I actually did notice while you guys were kind of tussling it out a little bit, you were kind of throwing some words out there and kind of letting him know, And I find that funny about you as a fighter is
yeah,
you're very quick to, you're not cocky, but you're very confident in your abilities, and
yeah.
you are not afraid to let your opponent know it. Is that something that you feel that you're just going to continue carrying on into your career, or do you feel like, as you kind of said, you're getting a little bit older now, you're kind of trying to slow it down a little bit on some parts? Are you still, as soon as you get in that ring, there's no turning off that switch?
The whole thing with that is my dad still that in me because he says whenever you're fighting, you gotta. It's the whole thing is mental. It's like a mental game too. You know, like could you imagine being in there? You're fighting. You're having the hardest fight. You feel like, oh yeah. You're going. Oh man, I'm feeling tired. If I'm tired, he must be tired too. You're feeling winded, and the guy that you think is tired says, "Bro, are you getting tired on me? Don't tell me you're getting tired." He starts talking to you, bro, meaning he has air in the lungs to talk to you. Could you imagine someone doing that, bro? The amount of pressure and mental drain it's going to put on you when you're talking and fighting that person.
Yeah,
It puts a big mental drain. I'm a firm believer that whenever you get in there, there's parts of your brain that you use, and some parts of your brain that you turn off whenever you go into fight and flight mode. If you can control that, and if you're able to control it and talk, you're a lot more in control. Do you know what I mean? So that's just my way of like kind of staying in control and not letting myself zone into the whole tunnel vision game. You know what I mean? And gassing myself out. I get hit. Like if they hit me poop with the goal, I'll be like, if I acknowledge it and I go like, oh, that was a good one. I feel if I acknowledge it, then I acknowledge where I got hit and that won't happen again. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's not a thing like, oh, I didn't hit me. I didn't. That's not it. Because after the fight, the first thing I do, I usually don't even celebrate, bro. I go right to their corner and I thank them for giving me a fight.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person. You know what I mean?
No,
People
and I
think
seen that after your
not.
last fight. And I was just about to say, you are very talking to the corners and talking to the fighters after, you're very humble and you're very nice dude, even talking to at the fights. So whenever I was seeing in the comments of your fights, watching them like, oh, this Mark Felix guy is so cocky, I'm like, I don't think they've ever encountered PrimeTime in person. But to talk, you were saying about your girlfriend. How is that having a girlfriend? Because a lot of people that may not know, she's fought at the pro level, Combate Americas, and obviously she's had her turns in the fight game. So how is it having a girlfriend that has not only been through the fight game but has gone to that pro level, a level that you were looking to go to? Has it kind of been a little bit of a wow, like you know the steps to go there, so I'm gonna look at what you're doing and kind of
she's honestly kind of she's been like the most selfless person in my life. She's put her fighting career to the side and she's pushed mine up. Everything that I've done is just because of her. My training during COVID, I had nobody to hold pads for me, nobody to do the drills that I want to do. I had the brains, but she was the pad holder. So I was doing all these drills, all these setups, all these things. And my poor 115, 120 pound girl was holding Thai pads for me. I was blasting her in my living room and at my gym before I had a gym. You know what I mean? It was just random, like at a CrossFit gym, just blasting her, kicking her. She the first time I met her, man, she introduced me to Uri Faber, dude.
Oh, damn.
Like, what the hell? Yeah, she was talking to she showed me that how small the world actually is, you know what I mean, when it comes to fighting, So, and she knows like a lot of people in Bellator. She knows a lot of people. She has a lot of connections. So the first time that I met her, she almost got me a fight on Combat Global. Yeah, she was like, this guy fights this guy this. She was out trying to push me in. I could firmly say I wouldn't be where I'm at without her. That's why, like, I don't know if you ever see the green girls try to put the belt on me. I'm like, oh, skirt. Take that or her. I was like, you didn't do shit. You know what I mean? If anybody be touching me, it's her. She's the one. She puts the belt on me because she worked with me along the way. When I go run, she runs with me. She pushes me all the time, dude. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't be here without her.
That's awesome, man. It's truly, there's an old picture of Chito Vera, I believe, when he's cutting weight, and the story between him and his wife, and it really reminiscent of what you're kind of saying. She helps you cut the weight, she helps you look after your macros, she helps you do all these things as a fighter. That when you're doing it by yourself, it can be very taxing on you, very mentally taxing, and something that not all fighters may look into account. But having somebody that's there, not only having somebody that's there, but having somebody that's been in those exact shoes, somebody that's cut the weight, somebody that's been in the fight game. So I can only imagine exactly to have that in your corner even during the fights. It must be a very, very comforting kind of voice to hear, and just something to kind of help you settle down, but a little bit to talk more about yourself, because I know you were talking about how before you had your gym, but now you do have your own gym over there in Lindsay. How has that been for you, somebody that grew up in that area? I'm pretty sure we all have the dreams of, one day I want to open up my own spot. I even have a dream. There's a little on the corner of my area in my neighborhood, there's a little abandoned building, and one day my goal is hopefully get enough money, buy that building, make it a little coffee shop / study shop where kids can go And you've done a lot of the same with your own community in Lindsay. You've helped kids get into martial arts, and you've done some pretty big things within that. So talk about that. Talk about how the city of Lindsay has helped you grow as a person, and just overall your impact with the community, man.
Dude, Lindsay's freaking got my back, man. They have my back to the fullest. I go out there, I go out there repping my Lindsay hoodie. I go out there at Lindsay shirt. I rep my town to the fullest, man, because my town ain't never had nobody represent it the way I'm trying to. I mean, in this sport, we never had an MMA gym here. We never had a striking kickboxing gym. We had a boxing gym for years here, but it's not MMA. It's not kickboxing, and that's it's pretty like popular right now. Everybody wants to try it out because it's everywhere. It's on TV, it's on YouTube, it's on Instagram. People making reels of it. It's just blowing up. It's in the limelight right now. So my coach, technically my boss, because he owns the building. He told me, hey man, before I won my belt, he was like, hey, let's set something up. Let's try to get you going with a class, like a hit class. Like, let's try to get you going here. So he gave me this big open space downstairs, and it was cool. It was a dance floor. And I would have a bunch of guys start going in there, right? Whenever I had people going in there for a 6 hit class, the 6 o'clock hit, I liked it. It was fun. I noticed I like teaching. So whenever I noticed that, I started offering privates, and the class starts growing. And then before I know it, I'm a year in, and I have mats. I put in like money with my own behind my own pocket. For my own pocket.
Yeah.
And and then a big shout out to Legacy Realty, because that dude freaking helped me a lot, dude, with a lot. One of my biggest sponsors, Abel, and he freaking hooked it up, man, with over $1,000 in mat.
Oh,
so
damn.
He out of nothing, dude. Yeah, and he out of nowhere, man. This guy was like out of nowhere, like an angel, out of nowhere, bro. He was like, hey, I got you on some mats, man. Like, I don't know if you remember me. I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, are you serious or not? I don't know when I'm gonna fight. Yeah, I got you. He shoots me money, and now I'm learning that. Guys going now. The class is going a little bit. I mean, so he don't know how much of a blessing that was. So I messaged him telling him, I'm gonna rep you regardless of if you give me money for this fight or not. You got me on big time, bro. You have no idea. So him, and now I have my own class. Now I got guys in that class that can easily compete, bro, in 5-5-9 fights. And you think I sleep dudes? Lindsay's got a lot of talent, man. In the next couple of years, you guys are gonna see guys coming up from PrimeTime Kickboxing. And they're gonna be they're gonna knock people out. Like, they're gonna be knockout people. They're not gonna be grapplers. They're gonna be people that finish people. I really do. I love my town, and I represent not only Lindsay. I represent the 5-5-9. It's like this fool coming in from I don't know, from Castro or someplace, some far,
Ramon.
some far area. So like, I see that as me representing the Teller 5-5-9. You know what I mean? I'm representing us, and I'm not gonna let that dude come over here and beat me in my promotion. This fool has me on fire. Yeah, I'm gonna let this fool step over here and come try to beat me in front of my family, in front of my dad. Nah.
It's so awesome, man. Honestly. So if you guys are in the Lindsay and Exeter area, make sure you guys are checking in with my boy over there at PrimeTime Kickboxing. You guys are over at the McDermott's, right? At the McDermott?
Yeah. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday we train 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make sure to throw it up there, because I definitely want the people within that area, within Lindsay, within Exeter, everybody within that area, because as you said, there's so many talented people. Even when I used to play sports back in the day for the Central Valley, Lindsay and Exeter always had those big guys, big lengthy fellows that can do some absolute damage in an octagon. So it's pretty awesome that you're taking it upon yourself to go out there and find not only find the mats and find the people to train them, but also to take time out of your schedule and train them as well. That's absolutely awesome, man. But just another question here for you. We were talking a lot about your knockout prowess earlier, all 6 of your wins coming by KO or TKO. Has there ever been a time in a fight where you have just been, you're like, damn, you feel like you're gonna win, you feel like I'm teeing this guy up with shots, but has there ever been a time where you're like, let me just get this rear naked choke in, let me try and get something started on the ground? Or has it just always been for you, like how you were saying earlier, you want to put people out, you want to make sure that it's done?
The thing is with me, man, I feel you leave no doubt when you put somebody out. There's no doubt. You choke somebody, oh, he fell into it. Who knows if he wouldn't put it? What if he would never put his head there? You know what I mean? Dominating somebody on the ground, that's cool. Holding him on the cage, that's cool. You beat him by points. You're a strong dude. You're good at buying time. That's not fighting. Fighting is you knock someone out. you put somebody out. You're better at fighting, not wrestling. I know MMA is part of everything, but if you're gonna say you're bad at fighting, you're a badass fighter, then you better be able to fight. Now, if you're gonna say you're a badass grappler, wrestler, then you could say that. Oh, I'm bad at I'm a good wrestler. Don't be saying you fighting when you got pillow hands and you're arguing for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I see. That's how I was brought up. And grappling, I can grapple. That's what I was just telling. I was like, dude, I was telling my girl, I was like, you know what? I was like, dude, I'm sick of fighting one dimensional. You know what I mean? I was like, dude, I've been grappling for so long, and I'm so tired of people thinking that it's just a hole in my
Yeah.
game that I don't grapple. I grapple, like I know what to do. You know what I mean? It's just I know what the crowd likes. You know what I mean? And that's what I aim to please the crowd. You know what I mean? And I know nobody's gonna want to see like just people laying there for a while. You know what I mean? Not saying that there aren't people out there that appreciate it. I appreciate it when I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, he's doing this. Oh, watch the armbar. Oh, this. But I know that the casual crowd, people that come in to watch, they're gonna want to see something exciting in a finish. Their body hit the ground, bam. You know what I mean? That's what's like, whoa. You know what I mean? This one, who knows, man? If you start shooting and trying to grab me, I was like, you know, you guys want to see my freaking some jiu-jitsu? Is that I've been rolling. I grapple. Man, I've been grappling since the Joe Soto was around, bro. I've been grappling for a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm not one dimensional. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna I'm working my ass off with grappling. I got connected to Cody Gibson. So I'm gonna be working with Cody Gibson for my grappling, my wrestling, and I'll be working on Saturdays with this guy Justin, Just Roll. Be working with Trifecta. I'll be working with a lot of people for this one. I'm pulling out all the stops in this guy. If he wants to grapple, we gonna grapple. If he wants to strike, we gonna strike. It's gonna be everywhere.
I know you were saying you've been around for a while. You kind of been looking to go pro. Has there been a timetable you maybe been setting on that, you know, where you're like, all right, cool, 2025, that's the year I'm going pro? Or is there been any kind of talks with you and your camp or anybody on when you would really want to set a timetable to go pro, possibly after this fight? Or when were you looking?
This last one, man. This is my last one. For sure, my last one. Everybody's telling me that. Everybody's like, dude, you need to get out of there already. I was like, I know.
No, I'm just curious. I want to see if you're gonna go to Uriah. I want to see what shows exactly are gonna bring in Mark Primetime Felix.
That one. Anything with UFC Fight Pass. Anything with UFC Fight Pass, get me on there because I'll show them what I can do. Like if there's scouts out there watching UFC, I'll show them. I will show them something that they like. I'm ready for it, man. And the 145, I have so much confidence with the people I'm sparring, the people I'm training with. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody that's going to be able to do this, dude. If I could spar with these people, these individuals that are high level, if I got praise and I get people telling me that I like from other people that I look up to that I think are really good, saying that I should go pro and do this and do that, man, I got the most confidence, dude. This guy, I have more experience than this guy. I've been fighting longer than this guy. I'm the same height as him. I'm coming down from a bigger weight class. I fought tougher opponents than this guy. The last guy I fought was a welterweight, higher freaking grappler, just like him. And this guy couldn't hold me down. This guy's a smaller guy, and he's a little grappler. He ain't gonna be able to hold me down, man. He's not. I'm gonna let him do his little leg tie-ups or whatever the hell he's gonna do on me, and then after I'm gonna shake him off, give him the stanky leg, and after I'm gonna start striking on him and letting my hands go on him. This is what I do, bro. It's gonna be a good show, and I'm glad I ain't the main event. Glad, bro. I hate waiting, bro. I hate waiting.
I man, it's the main event for that one's going to be an absolute banger, but I'm very happy that you're also going to be on that card as well, man. Blake DeCourcy versus the Dorian Hale, another Exeter product coming out of your local area. And you guys are doing some big things over there in the Valley, man. Keep it up over there, Mark. We always love hearing from you. We always love seeing the Instagram posts. Always love seeing the updates from you, my guy. Any last shout outs you wanted to give today before we have to end the call up? I know we only got about 5 minutes or so left here on the call.
Yeah, man. Shout out to my girlfriend, Karina Herrera. Give her a follow at Rena _Rena 115. She freaking got me here. My pops, Mark's Audio. Give him a follow too at _ Mark's Audio, the best car audio in the Valley. Like straight up, you ain't gonna get nowhere like that. Like the stuff he does right here in the Valley in the 559. He's a legend. Over 40 years experience at Mark's Audio. And yeah, and like I said, Legacy Realty. That Abel, big shout out, bro. Appreciate you, man. And Chacon Tattoos. There's all my work, all of it. Hit him up. That fool the best right now. That fool freaking got the limelight on him too. Chacon Tattoos out of Lindsay, California, my boy. But yeah, man. Hey, I hope you guys are ready to freaking see some fireworks, man. I guarantee you, dude. I got some tricks up my sleeve. You guys are gonna be wild with. I promise you guys are gonna freaking be. I swear, I can't wait because I'm gonna wait. I'm looking forward to getting an interview with you I'll let you know what I told you so after. Watch.
Hey man, I
Watch.
hopefully we get to talk after, Mark, because that'll definitely be a very coming together moment, man. And I'm very excited to see how that matchup plays out with you and Ramon Cornejo, man. That's definitely going to be a banger fight. I know you always love to put on a great fight, and watching from Ramon's fights as well, it looks like it's going to be a hell of a performance. Very technical, very tactical, and I just really can't wait to see the stops that both of you men pull out there in the octagon. But you know, sadly, we got to sign off here, Mark. I'm going to let you get to it. But it was a great opportunity getting to talk to you, man. And obviously, I cannot wait until July 29th at Valley Strong Ballpark for 559 Fights 99, where we got Mark Primetime Felix facing off against Ramon Cornejo for the Camo State Featherweight Championship. This is going to be Michael Hernandez of MLH Media and Valley Fight News. And I'm going to be signing out with Mark Primetime Felix.